The annual report has come out, and it's time for niche.com's list of their best ranked school districts around the Twin Cities. We'll talk about price points if you wanted to buy a home in those cities, and I'll give you my inside scoop as an agent for which ones I think have the best parks and trails and are just overall great places to live. Kicking us off, number one on the list, it's Wayzata school districts. Now, these are the highest rated school districts around the Twin Cities for a long time, so I'm sure you're not going to be surprised by about the first 4 or 5 of these. To give you a recap on Wayzata, it's a very high-end area. It's very luxury, very executive kind of a feel, and it's also a very small community. If you want to see a neighborhood tour of Wayzata and most of the Twin Cities suburbs that I talk about in this video, I do have a playlist on the channel for each of those, and Wayzata is definitely a cool one if you want to see it. If you watched that video, you saw the price point in Wayzata is right now about $1 million on average, but I'm going to give you the price points for the school districts, specifically because of Wayzata is one where if you want to get into Wayzata school districts, but you can't afford that price point, or if you don't love the house that you're going to get, then you could also go to a city like Plymouth, which is right next door, and that's also Wayzata school districts. So I do have a neighborhood tour on that one you can see later, but Plymouth is going to be a city which has got really great schools, it's got great parks and trails, there's city facilities, there's all kind of shopping all around it, and it is a short drive to Minneapolis. So if you're wanting to commute a little bit out, you don't want as urban of a lifestyle, the Wayzata school districts and Wayzata and Plymouth areas can be a great option. Number 2 is Minnetonka Schools. Now, this one also not a surprise. This is another very high-end luxury area. Now, you're going to see most of these top ones are all going to be over on the west side of our suburbs. That's the highest end area, and naturally will have the best school districts as well. Minnetonka is an area with a ton of lakes, so if you aren't familiar, you can pull it up on a map and you're going to see Lake Minnetonka and a whole bunch of surrounding chains of lakes right there. Now, the median price point for Minnetonka schools is only about $712,000 compared to the $775,000 for Wayzata. However, what I have found a lot with Minnetonka is that actually with those price points, there's a lot of homes in the $500,000, $600,000, $700,000 range, which are older homes getting bought up, they're getting scraped off the slab, and then a whole new house is getting put on. We call that doing a pop top, and it's something that's very popular there. So even though the price point is slightly lower in Minnetonka, there are not as many other communities around it like Plymouth that you can go to find cheaper homes and stay within the district. And with that price point, that is going to factor in a lot of those tear down homes. And so in reality, I think the cost is actually going to be a lot more for Minnetonka schools. Nonetheless, this is a fantastic area if you've got the budget, you want to get outside, you want to be right on the lake or in close proximity. There's several beaches around, there's tons of great restaurants, and a lot of really good stuff to do. Number 3 best school districts for niche.com is Eden Prairie. This is a suburb that I do really like for those that are really wanting the best school districts around Minnesota. A few things I love about Eden Prairie is that it's got great shopping with the Eden Prairie Mall there, it's got quick access to the Minneapolis St Paul airport, and it's got its own regional airport. It's also just got a great landscape, lots of rolling hills and mature trees, so I generally really love Eden Prairie, and their price point's a lot better too. Median sale price for homes in the Eden Prairie School District is only $591,000, so almost $200,000 lower than Wayzata, and these are still going to be great homes. You're going to have generally a little bit larger lots, a little bit more spread out, and the city of Eden Prairie has a ton of great parks and trails and city facilities as well. Number 5 on the list is Orno, Minnesota. Now, this is a really small area that we're going to gloss over because it's very similar to all the last suburbs that we've mentioned. But I did want to point out one specific thing on Orno, which relates as well to Minnetonka, and that's going to be whenever you're looking at a school district, I would strongly encourage you to pull up the full report card on niche.com, so then you can see all of the different grades that it's been given for that district. Orno's one in particular where you can see they've got a C- rating for diversity. Now, whether that's high or low to you regarding sports or academics or administration or teachers or food even, you can look in there, you can see what's most important to you, and then you can see how they rank. Number 6 is the Hopkins School District. Now, the Hopkins is located right between Edina and Minnetonka, or right next to Eden Prairie, so it's still right in that southwest side of the metro, so it's going to have great access to all of the same things, plenty of shopping, easy commutes to downtown Minneapolis, to the airport, wherever you're looking to go. Hopkins is, however, going to have a lower price point. So currently the median price point for Hopkins school districts is only $511,000. So it's definitely one of the more affordable options. That's going to be due in part to the fact that Hopkins really doesn't have a lot of new construction, and most of the homes are going to be kind of smaller and a little bit older. So as long as you don't have a large family or something, you need a lot of space, Hopkins can really be a great option. It doesn't mean that it's going to be old and run down homes necessarily. It's still a great area cute homes. Some of them will have been remodeled, or perhaps you can get into it for a more modest starter price point, and then you can renovate it to make it what you want. Coming in at number 7 is Lakeville, Minnesota. This is going to be a great option for people that want to get out of the city, the hustle and bustle. They want a little more space, a little more privacy, and generally a newer home. So if you're looking for a more rural lifestyle, maybe you're moving to the Twin Cities or you're moving out of the city, Lakeville could be a great option. The median price point for Lakeville school districts is $534,000, so it's still going to be a much more affordable option than a lot of the rest of the metro. You can step up to a neighborhood like the Spirit of Bradenton, or there's even spec homes from national builders that are a very affordable price point and currently are in the $450 to $500 type of range. And if you're looking for acreage, Lakeville can be great because a lot of the southern cities below Lakeville actually bus up into the Lakeville school district from like Elko, Newmarket, and some of the further south areas. So if you really want to get out of town and you're looking for some acreage, Lakeville school districts provide you great rated schools while also giving the option for some acreage. You just got to go towards the south side of Lakeville. Coming in at number 8 is Mounds, Minnesota. This is on the complete opposite side of the metro now. We are right between Minneapolis and St Paul and to the north. Mounds is a school district that includes Arden Hills and Shoreview and some of the little areas right around there. So it's definitely not a rural area. You're right in the midway kind of area north of the Twin Cities. So this can be a great option if you're looking to commute into either of the downtowns. Mounds is also one of our lowest price points. So it's currently got a median sale price of $415,000 for the district of Mounds. Mounds, the city itself, is only about $310,000. So that can be a very affordable option. Or if you're looking for something slightly more executive, but you want to be on the north side, Arden Hills and Shoreview can be really cool options. Those are older homes for the most part. I believe there's a little bit of new construction in there, but these are older, more executive style homes, so they can still be very large and very nice kind of rambling hill neighborhoods. And so I do really enjoy that area. Rounding out the top 10 is Mamita. Now say that one 5 times fast. Mamita is an area that's right over by White Bear Lake. So I don't have a video for Mamita that you can watch, but if you want, you can go check out the White Bear Lake tour video. That'll give you a good idea. It's right located around the lake there. It's got great access, particularly into St. Paul if you're going to be commuting there. This one is also towards the northeast side of the metro, and so if you're trying to get over to the Wisconsin border, you've got family over there, you like going to Stillwater or something, this can be a great option for that. Mamita was given only a C rating for diversity, but it is ranked very highly in sports, and the median sale price for that school district is $575,000, so it's a convenient location at a pretty decent price. Number 11 on niche.com's list is the East Carver County School District. This is another great option if you're looking to be in a more rural setting, you're wanting to get out and away, but you're hoping to do that on the west side of the metro. East Carver County is going to be towards the southwest side of the metro. This is out past Minnetonka, out past Eden Prairie, that direction. So this is going to include areas like Chaska and Shakopee, plus a bunch of those little cities that are around Lake Minnetonka in that area. So this is going to be a great option if you're looking for some acreage. You can definitely find new construction out there. I just closed a transaction over in Chaska, which has really great price points. That house was about $750,000 for a fully custom new build. So it's really nice to be able to find more of those options if you're looking for higher end new construction, but at a decent price point. You've got to move a little bit further out of the metro, and East Carver County School Districts is going to find that. Now, here's where it's going to get really fun with number 12, which is the West St. Paul, Mendota Heights, and Egan School District. It was ranked number 12 on niche.com's list, but it's actually the single most affordable school district in our entire list, and you're going to find they keep getting more affordable as we go. This district's located just south of St. Paul, and it's right in between the Minnesota River and the Mississippi River. So if you're looking to get outside, this is a fantastic location. It's also got other things around it, like the airport, which is close by. So if flight paths are a problem for you, that may be an issue. But it's also got Lebanon Hills to the south. It's got the Minnesota Zoo. It's got the Vikings training facility. It's close to the Mall of America. And you can also zip out 494 to Woodbury and the Wisconsin border. And with our median price point for homes being only $371,000, this is a great district that's very affordable and close to the city. Coming in at number 13, we've got Prairie Lake Savage School District. Now, this is going to be down towards that south side. This is kind of south of Eden Prairie. So you're going to be close enough to the Eden Prairie Mall. You're also close to 35W if you've got to go south or north for work or to family. It's also a little bit more quiet of a community. It's got a cute little downtown. It's got a bakery and some little shops and things there. It's a little more quaint, and they've definitely got some cool city festivals and things that they do out on the lakes. This one is a little bit more spendy for our list, with the median price point home in the Prairie Lake Savage School District at $578,000. Number 14 on our list is Roseville, Minnesota. Now, Roseville is going to be a really great location, kind of like Mounds View. It's right in between Minneapolis and St. Paul, and it's just on the north side. You've got tons of shopping with the Roseville Mall, which has been newly redone. You've also got Como Zoo not too far away. It's great access into both downtowns. And just a side note, if you are thinking about commuting in traffic, which everybody that calls is, you're going to want to make sure that you try to avoid getting in or out of the downtowns as possible, and definitely going through them. So if you're going to be working into Minneapolis, you probably want to stay to the west side or the central area. And if you're coming into St. Paul, you probably want to be either central or east side. Just try to make sure you're not going from like Woodbury through St. Paul to Minneapolis, or from Minnetonka through Minneapolis to St. Paul. You don't want to cross through. And Roseville is a great location for that. In addition to tons of shopping and great access, it's also got a really great price point. Median sale price for homes in Roseville is actually the second cheapest on our list, and that's at only $385,000. There's not going to be a lot of new construction in this area. They're primarily older homes, some of them in like the 40s, 50s, but then quite a few I would say are about 60s and 70s built homes. And coming in at number 15 is Shakopee, Minnesota. Now, this is a more rural suburb to our southwest side of the corner. Shakopee is fantastic if you're looking for a little more space and privacy. They do have some new construction. They've got the dinner theater that they're known for around that area. You've got the Arboretum not too far away. At $497,000, it's also not terribly expensive. So if you're looking to get a little bit further out, but not too far, that's how I describe Shakopee. And that's a wrap on niche.com's best school districts around the Twin Cities. My name is Joe Carmack. I specialize in relocation and all things Twin Cities real estate. So don't hesitate to reach out, and I'll see you on the next one.